All right. Let's do this today. And yeah, so I made a new theory task yesterday. After stream yesterday. So let's watch it. Not sure if there's any people in here yet, but I'm gonna upload this after. So if you missed it, you can watch it again. All right. So yeah. We will run this against my splits first, and then I can just switch the comparison to to JC's world record after, and we can see exactly what the difference is and how much and where. So this task, it doesn't really do anything that we don't do. It's the same route, same strats, but it does manipulate the night pattern to see like a best case scenario, to get the perfect boost and stuff like that. And it doesn't do the double drop in Heart Mansion, and it doesn't do the quad drop in Dracula's castle, because I wanted to see what is the best possible time to get if you don't do those two specific tricks. That's what I was curious about, and that's why I did this. That's why I created this task, because I wanted to see how low it can go without those strats, without because those are the two biggest time saves that we have. It is the quad drop and it's the Heart Mansion double drop. It's about 18 seconds each, roughly. But yeah, let's start TAS, and I will comment on things as we go. So as usual, the grind here to the left with the lizards. I do manipulate the heart drops here. It doesn't really matter, it's just to ensure that I will have enough for double oak stakes later. So I get a bunch of hearts here. But yeah, it's... Yeah, I get every drop here. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't really matter if I level up early or I level up late. For your information, I don't actually max out on hearts. I don't want that much. I just want enough so that I can get to double oak sticks later in the mansion. But I do manipulate drops here. So, time to go. Another thing that I worked on here for this specific split is I wanted to reduce lag as much as possible, but I didn't go crazy about it. Like, I did not compare ways to do the screens and stuff for like half an hour per screen or anything like that. No, I just did it a few times and so okay, this is creating a lot of lag because you are stuck in this cycle. We are now stuck until we buy the chain whip. There's no way to save time, we still have to buy the chain whip, we still have to wait for day to come again, so the only way to save time is to reduce lag, and that's what I'm doing here. So I'm killing the enemies instead of skipping them. I'm falling there because it saves like 2 or 3 frames. Stuff like that, little tiny saves for reducing lag. And yeah, it actually makes a difference. and it doesn't cost you too much time. See, like right there, standing still and killing him is better than anything else. Kill that guy just for fun, and it reduces a little bit. Here also falling versus jumping, it saves a few frames. It's like 3 frames, just on lag. And for this grind here, actually, I'm not gonna do the strat that we do, killing 2+3 zombies. I'm actually just gonna spawn 2, because again, you get lag with that strat. It adds 1 to 2 frames per cycle that you have 3 zombies on the screen. Not every time, but like it depends on when you whip in the air, and you can get lag with this strat also, like 1 frame, but most of the time you don't, and I actually don't at all. But if you spawn 3, you're definitely gonna have some lag. Gonna have lag basically every cycle, unless your timing is perfect. This is similar to what we used to do before JC came out with the 2+3 zombie cycle that we do right now. And it's a lot less consistent and a lot more resets if you do it this way, but it is possible. It's not very likely though. So, moving towards the door. Actually a little earlier, because I'm killing those zombies there, because I don't want that many zombies on the screen at the same time as I have the zombie here and the bird, because that also creates lag, so I'm standing still and killing them instead to reduce lag. And lag frames we are gonna say right here. Do the double drop there, because that is still fine. So that saved 4.4 seconds over my personal PB of 32:08. After the run we will compare it to the world record. That was 5:16.8. And I think I've had a 5:17 during attempts. At the very least I've had a 5:18, so yeah, I did save some lag there during that grind. So this split is interesting because I actually, since I'm not doing the double drop in the mansion, I had to save as much time as possible here. So what I ended up doing was what we used to do for this screen, but on my way back. So using jump whips to set up for the floor drop down to the Heart Mansion Cave. So we will see that soon. Just need to get the blue crystal first. And it actually ends up saving good amount of time doing it that way versus what we are doing right now, which is taking it safe, because it was like a 50-50 if we were set up or not, and it was adding a bunch of resets to good runs. But I'm actually considering going back to using this strat because it does save a bit of time. So yeah, you do like that. Instead of stopping for every kill, you just go. You don't let go of holding left at all. And then you do the floor drop there. So the splits that I'm running against my PB, it actually did not get the double floor drop in this mansion, and this TAS is not gonna get it either because it's not gonna go for it. So we will see what the time will be. So I'm just gonna do the quick warp here, and then I'm gonna jump out of the wall instead of attempting to do the double floor drop, since we're skipping that. So actually jumping out of the wall is quite a bit faster than attempting to do the double floor drop here and missing it. So it does save time there as well. So yeah, if you don't go for the double floor up here on the screen, then you can jump out of the wall instead, which saves time over missing the double floor drop. I do a little different strat here. I believe a Retro Gaming 2084 showed me this like last week. Okay, wow. Look at that time save. It's 18 seconds ahead. It's on 9:19 with no double floor drop. It's just absolutely insane. And it's weird too, because there's not really a lot of mistakes that we usually do for the split, because it's very basic stuff. We don't kill a lot of enemies, and if we do, we usually don't stop to kill them. We either jump over them or we kill them with a jump whip. So it's gotta be that forest strat, setting up for the floor drop, not stopping for the kills there, and going for the more risky as far as subpixels goes, of doing jump whips on that screen. But yeah, that's a huge save. And that's a yeah, that transition though, that's like half a screen further than the best I've ever done in a real attempt. So that's, again, probably due to the forest screen when you're setting up for the floor drop down to Heart Mansion and doing the jump whips there. So I'm actually intentionally not collecting hearts because I don't want to level up here. I actually want to level up in the swamp because otherwise I might lose too much health, and it would be hard to 1cc this run without intentionally skipping some boosts. So after I exit this mansion I can pick up heart drops again. Like, I grabbed a few hearts, but I did not want to get a lot of them. It's hard to do that in a real attempt, because obviously you can't control the RNG, and by the way, after this point we are no longer manipulating hearts. It was all for the double oak sticks and for the level up, the second level up, so now we will no longer manipulate hearts at all until the end. This is a really fast double floor drop right here. and that's a huge save. That's partly because we had double oak sticks, and it's partly because we did not level up yet. But that's a huge save. I've never had a sub 13 Rid Mansion. GC has, but I haven't. I've been really close, but I always end up missing the double floor up in this mansion when I have double oak, and that's been causing me to miss the sub 13 Rid Mansion when I've done attempts. This one didn't even go for the double floor drop in Heart Mansion, and it still got a sub 13. It's pretty sick. But to sum up things so far, there's a lot of time to gain just from optimizing your movement, not relying on tricks. Hey, yeah, they are. We are playing back a TAS though. It is not me playing it right now. So equipping the heart right away to save a menu, actually save 2 menus over what I usually do. I know JC goes for this, but I haven't really learned it yet. I will start going for it soon to do that turnaround there. And then we're gonna throw a holy water right here to glitch kill him. And no, that's not a TAS only strat, that's actually doable. And I've done it. If you have been watching my stream, you've probably seen me do that a few times. It's actually a pretty good visual for where to throw that. And then we can talk to him directly without switching to the heart. So again, this TAS assumes good night patterns throughout the entire run. So we will manipulate the 2 knights right here to give us the best pattern, and that is to get boosted to the right there and not have him follow you, so that you can jump over the skeleton without killing him, and taking a left boost from that knight. It'll cost you health, but it actually saves quite a bit of time. And that is also possible to do in RTA. I've done that quite a few times. Just there's a good pixel there to look for, and as long as he charges forward, you will get it if you're on the right pixel. (1716) Death Mansion. That's a real good time. Again, let's just consider the fact that this did not do the double floor drop in Heart Mansion. So that's an insane time considering you don't even go for that. mean, it just goes to show just how much better the movement, my own movement can be improved if it's possible to get a time this low. Sure, I manipulated knights in this mansion, but that's like the only thing. And it's so weird seeing that 18.8 for Heart Mansion. Because there's not a lot going on early on in this speedrun. You basically just hold right and go, or you hold left and you go. Like, I don't know how it saved that much time. It's just crazy. It's just really good movement. And the perfect night transition, transition from night to daytime right before we trade for the red crystal. $1940 red crystal. Absolutely nuts. My PB has like a 2040 or 2045. Oh yeah. I did a floor drop there to save the save time on the death animation. JC showed me that like last week. Because we were gonna die, our health was really low, so it's good to do the floor drop into the water. Because that cuts the death animation short, so it'd be a really quick death. And there goes the blob. $2041 blob boost with no double drop in Heart Mansion. Good boost from the knight there, and that one I could jump over. Standard Carmilla fight, just using the golden knife. 20 throws. And a good pattern from the knight there. That's what you want to happen, but it doesn't happen on good pace normally. Or you're too scared to try to go for it because you're low on health and on your last life. At least that's usually what happens to me, so I usually end up killing him. Play it safe. This guy still has 2 lives left though. So again, right now we're running against my PB, but after it's done, we will compare it to JC's world record. I did put in his splits, so we can compare it. So touches there, set up for the floor up here and here. So, okay, one thing, I'm at 2 HP right now. Normally I would boost on the skeleton coming up right after this. But I will actually use a dagger there to be able to jump over him, because there's a much more important damage boost coming up at the top of the next staircase here. Which I'm actually not sure why JC doesn't go for this when he does attempts. He usually kills him, but doing it this way is faster, and that is something I've been doing for like, I don't know, half a year. Just get through there much faster. Maybe he doesn't know about it, I don't know. It's a really easy boost too. Because it is 4 whips to kill the enemies in the mansion there, so it does eat up a little time to kill him. So we will definitely die, so I'm doing a floor drop there, another glitched floor drop, or another glitched death to save time on the death animation. If you floor drop off the screen, the death animation won't play out fully. So I will not switch to Laurels here on the next screen. I will do my damage boost strat, but I actually found out that it does not work during the daytime. Even if you jump from the correct pixel and everything, it just didn't work. It doesn't glitch kill the first lizards. I had to do it a little bit different. I had to jump in with a whip and then throw a golden knife, and I did not get boosted up on the platform there, but it's still roughly the same. That was mostly to save the menu, because if you switch to Laurels, then you have to switch back to Holy Water when you get to Dracula's Bridge. So it saves 2 menus doing it that way. If you also don't use Laurels for the mummy screen here coming up. And we do have enough health to not use a Laurel here. Even if we got a bad pattern, then we will still have enough health to tank a hit here. No, sorry, it saves 1 menu, not 2, because I was on the golden knife. So we will not do the quad drop. We will go the long way. So it's about an 18-second time loss, maybe 20. Or I save time over my PB. Well, my PB also didn't get the quad up, but yeah, I should not save time like that. But yeah, setting up for the quad and then missing it, it does lose time, so it would be faster to not attempt the quad up than attempt it and then miss it. 30 minutes and 16 seconds. Without quad drop, without heart mash and double floor drop. That is crazy. So let's compare it against the world record. These are JC splits. It's +8 after heart mansion. -20 after Death Mansion, so a lot of time was saved there apparently, which is interesting. It is almost 30 seconds ahead of him at the blob boost. And just keeps gaining time there until the end. So I split on entering Dracula's castle, and I split on entering Dracula's room, and looks like it only lost 12 seconds. Not going for the quad drop. And there he lost like 12 seconds. Not going for the heart mansion double. He got a bunch of time back at the Death Mansion. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It just goes to show, and I know JC has said this himself too, that the current world record for Castlevania 2 is really not optimized at all, and I fully agree. There's a lot, like all of the strats in this run, we do that, but there's RNG with the hearts, there's RNG with the blob, but apart from that, there's still a lot of time to gain just on the movement alone. Just on your movement, there's a lot of time. There's a lot we can do better. Like, we know how to do it, but we don't do it every time because we are humans, we make mistakes. But yeah, I'm really surprised that he ended up being ahead of him after Rib Mansion. But yeah, it did level up on the Death Mansion split instead of that split, and GC levels up on that split, so it makes sense, I guess. But yeah, that's crazy. 30-16. Well, with a quad drop and a Heart Mansion double drop, that would be like a, what would that be, like 29-40 something. Yeah, that's insane. Anyway, that's the theory TAS. Just wanted to put that out there, that it is possible to get a good time even without those two tricks, so you don't have to reset. I mean, everything else has to be perfect, but it is possible still. It is still possible to even sub 31. If everything else is perfect, perfect blob, perfect knights, stuff like that. But yeah, that's a crazy time. That's a crazy time. It is hard to believe that you can get this low without those tricks. Anyway, I'm gonna highlight this and upload it to YouTube as well, so people can watch it if they didn't see it here. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm actually not gonna stream tonight. So yeah, I'll see you some other day. I'll be streaming Monday. I'm actually heading out of the country for the weekend, so I won't be able to stream. So yeah, see you next time.